Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I'm Megan. I'm a faithful fibromyalgia warrior, and I'm so glad you decided to check out this little video. It is 10 after 8 here in Colchester, England, and I'm outside in my lovely backyard enjoying this beautiful, beautiful morning. And yeah, I was just thinking of how thankful I am for everything, for all the blessings I have in my life, how grateful I am for all that I have. I just want to make this sort of a short little snippet, clip it, whatever you want to call it, and just share this with you guys. So let me just give you a quick view of my garden. First of all, it's beautiful out, as I say, and the sun's just rising. So let me just show you that. Hang on. So, sun's coming up over the shrubs. I'm just sitting out in my backyard here. And this is my little sanctuary. So you see where that path is? That is just out back of the kitchen. Of course, Birdie's sleeping here beside me. And it is absolutely glorious out. You know, I decided to come out and make a short video for you guys. I hope it's inspiring. I'm just so grateful for how Carnivore has really truly has helped me. Now, for those of you who may not know, I initially started out keto 2 years ago. I was about 185. Okay, let's be honest. I was probably closer to 190 pounds at that point. But anything above 185, I kind of mentally block out of my mind. Okay. And which is way too much weight for me to carry at 5'5". Um, you know, our first lockdown, and yeah, it was awful. I had to lose the weight. I felt horrible. So I started trying paleo with my husband. For me, it didn't work. Eventually found my way to keto, and I started to see the weight come off, and it was amazing. And by the end of August, not only had I lost weight, but I was starting to feel a bit less pain, and I was starting to feel less brain fog. And fast forward now, 2 years later, of course, and I've lost over 65 pounds, probably more like 70 at this point, but I'm feeling great. I'm only 5'5", okay? And I've gone down to, I think it's about 116 pounds. Yeah, about that. I don't know what that is in kilos, sorry. But it wasn't just the fact of losing weight, but it was all that inflammation and pain. You know, 8 years ago, when I suffered my disc injury, there is absolutely no way I could sit and, comfortably cross my legs. There was no way I could wear, comfortable shorts or tops or, anything with zippers or, jeans that have, an actual waistband and zip and button. Why? Because it would cause my back to hurt. Some of that was the fibromyalgia pain. Some of that was the pain where my disc had bulged out, and the fact that my SI joint was severely inflamed and irritated. But part of that was because I was carrying so much extra weight. And, I just think about how it hurt. I could never lay on my back. If I had to go into a doctor's appointment, I had to white knuckle it, even if I kept my knees bent. It was agony. There were times where I was almost in tears going in for checkups because that's how much it hurt. But, I'm grateful because, especially over this past year, I've been able to start doing gentle yoga bridges and some modified stretches just to take some of the, just to ease some of the pain and irritation in my SI joint, especially, but also just in the area where the disc injury did occur. I do have reduced mobility, and when you think about it, when you're sitting or standing or walking, every time you move, the SI joint takes the most of that impact, right? It takes all the weight. The spine all sits at the sacrum and the SI joint, and that's what takes all the balance of your weight, whether you're sitting, standing, laying down, even if you're on your side. That's where all that pressure goes. So it's always going to be a bit sore. But I never, ever, ever would have believed 8 years ago that, for one, I'd be at a really good, healthy weight. And not only that, I'd be at a good, healthy percentage of body fat, down to 22% body fat, which is great. I'm almost 50. That's amazing. I'll be 50 on August 29th. That's amazing. I never would have thought that possible. I never would have. The fact that like I said, I can sit and cross my legs, which seems like a silly thing, but you know what? It's a big deal for me. I don't do it all the time. I try not to, because I know that that's also, to do it for too long a time is also not, put straight on the back. But if I wanted to, I could. I never could do that before. I could never lay down on my back for any reason. Never mind to do yoga bridges or gentle stretches that are not only helping to tighten up and strengthen my core, which is going to help take some of the pressure off my lower back, but that I could actually find relief from that pain. Wow. Never thought it possible, because I did everything. I tried physiotherapy, occupational therapy, hydrotherapy, and none of it helped with that lower back pain. None of it helped with my sacrum or the SI joint. None of it. But I'm finding improvement. And I guess I'm just grateful that although it has taken all this time, it's happening. I'm actually starting to get a little bit more flexibility and mobility back. It's still limited. It might always be, but you know what? I'll take it. So for me to be able to wake up on a beautiful morning like this, I was up at just before 7 as the dogs woke me up and wanted breakfast and out. But I have energy and I have joy just by, I got up this morning. Okay, I overdid it. Tried to do a little bit of vacuuming yesterday, which normally I would have been able to do, but I was feeling a slight twinge and I ignored it. By the way, if you do have back pain, whether it is a musculoskeletal chronic back pain, whether it is a slipped disc, whether it is fibromyalgia or something else, don't ignore the signs. That was my mistake. I ignored the signs. However, because I've been practicing yoga bridges and strengthening, and for my core and my lower back, even though I woke up really sore this morning, I was able to come out of it. That's amazing to me. Honestly, yes, starting keto helped me with the weight. Going carnivore, getting the last of the crap out of my system, that's really upped things dramatically for me. It has. It's made a huge difference. I feel a lot less flare-ups in my back, definitely. So that might help you. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm no doctor. I'm no nurse of any kind. Anything I've figured out is because I've looked at it myself or I've tried it myself. So just a suggestion, but it might help. And, I've I'm completely plant-free, dairy-free, but I feel great. Let me add this in. It is possible to still have chronic pain and still feel great, because I still have chronic pain. I still have a dull ache, but I feel overall great. I have more energy. I have more joy. I have this gratitude, because God helped me figure out and find carnivore. Plus, God gave us the animals to begin with. For me, I think I tend to really do well. I do best with ruminant animals only, cows and lamb. Why? Because their multiple stomachs allow them to break down all of the grasses and grains that they do eat, and digest them in a way that it doesn't end up in they have multiple stomachs, right? So they can break down grasses and grains and turn them into important enzymes that we get from their meat later on. Whereas pigs and chicken don't do that. They don't have multiple stomachs. They can't. But listen, if you can do fish and seafood and poultry and pork, and it doesn't cause you inflammation, go right ahead. Enjoy. I am feeling my absolute best eating what is a proper human diet for me, which is ruminant animals, bit of salt, some egg yolks. That's it. Maybe I'm down to 1 single cup of coffee a day. Other than that, it's water or decaf. And it's making a huge difference. It is helping with my pain so much. So even when I do feel a flare-up, or I overdo it by trying to do too much around the house because I've got all this energy, I find that I'm able to bounce back a lot faster. And it goes from an aching, sharp pain to just my everyday, normal, kind of dull pain, that actually my painkillers are doing a pretty darn good job of helping. So this morning, I just feel so thankful that I was able to find all this. Going full throttle carnivore feels amazing for me. Who knows? Maybe it can help you. I'm not offering you a promise. I'm not saying it absolutely will. But if you've tried everything else and that's still not helped, it might be worth a consideration. Might be worth a try. Like I said, I did all the different therapies on offer: physio, occupational, hydro, and it made zero difference to me. But keto, and especially carnivore, simply because I do not tolerate these other things. I cannot tolerate any plants. I cannot tolerate dairy. And I don't do well with non-ruminant animals. So that leaves me with beef, lamb, egg yolks, and salt. And you know what? I'm okay with that. In fact, I'm pretty darn excited about that. But who knows? Might work for you. It may not. Try it. See what happens. You never know. But I hope this is helpful. You know what? It's such a beautiful morning. I'm so thankful. I wanted to make this shorter video and just share it with you guys. So I hope it does. I hope it's helpful. Go ahead. Feel free to share it with anybody who you think it could help. And by the way, anybody who's saying, oh, come on, I'm never going to feel like that. I'm always going to be in this horrible amount of pain. All I can say is that's what I thought 8 years ago. And it has improved so very much since not only starting keto and moving to carnivore, but just everything else with it. So I hope this helps you. I really do. Okay? I hope you find it helpful. Sorry, there's my nutso dog. That's Birdie. I hope this helps you guys. I hope you guys have a great day, whatever it is you get up to. And listen, if you are in that place of severe acute pain, I absolutely get it. I totally understand. I have been there. If you don't believe me, go through some of my older videos I've got one there called Just Because We Don't Complain Doesn't Mean We're Not in Pain, because I was in pain that day. I made the video whilst lying in bed, so I have absolutely been there, okay? And I am with you and love you guys regardless of where you're at. I'm just saying, maybe this will help. Who knows? That's it for me. I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please go ahead, subscribe, share this with anybody you feel like, anybody who it might help. Love you guys. Talk to you soon with another video. Might even be another one early in the morning. We'll see what happens. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.